What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, to another weekly recap. This will be for what is week 2 of my short 8-week prep for my first powerlifting America meet. And really, it's not that exciting, spoiler alert, but it is going very well so far. We'll just get right into it. Day 1, we have 4 sets of 5 on these speed bench with longer pauses to start. I wonder if I should have went a little bit lighter, especially on the later sets, but I don't think it was a bad thing. It just may have not been fully achieving the goal of what we're looking for these with like no loss of bar speed on that 5th rep. But they did move good, so as it should be with only 264 pounds for me. So in the prime lift of this day is actually deadlift. We did 2 sets of 2 at 518 with 1 back down at 485. And that was a set of 2 as well. These are moving super well. The only difference from last week is it's 2 top sets versus 1 top set. So just slowly building a little more volume, slowly building back into higher intensities. And that's really the purpose of this whole block, and to somewhat give my body a break from higher intensity since I just did a meet. We have our secondary squats also on this day, which is a 200 tempo squat. So it's really just slow down just enough to think about foot pressure and bar path, and more so like probably just limit load. These do not feel good. I think they went well, but my squat just pretty much always feels bad on this day within the current training split, which I don't think is necessarily by design, but my primary squat seems to feel good most of the time, so that's okay if my squat doesn't feel the best on this day. They were just getting some extra volume and a little more skill practice. And maybe that's why it feels better on the next day, is because I got some skill practice to kind of sharpen things up. Or maybe it's because I'm carrying fatigue from my primary squat. Who knows? A lot of hypotheticals there, but it doesn't really matter because primary squat's been going well. Into day 2, and this is my bench and accessory day. I didn't film any of the accessories here. They're boring. I might start filming one of the accessories I'm doing on this day, which is weighted pull-ups. But I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. That might seem I hold my shoulder there after that first set. I was a little scared. My bad shoulder I thought was going to be acting up again, but it all turned out good. And we had 4 sets of 2, 1 more set than last week at 86%, and I did it for 303. And it went well. Everything's moving super good. I felt super in control of the bar on this day. I think, feeling really, really good about bench, which I will probably say again when we get to our next bench day. So on to day 3 of week 2, and we have our comp squat day. Similar to the deadlift, I had 2 sets of 2 at 86%, which is 450 pounds, and 1 set of 2 with a back down, not quite as far as a back down as much on deadlift, but still dropped down to 82% for the 3rd set of 2. And again, also like deadlift, it was like kind of reverse last week, where it was 1 set of 2, 86%, and followed by 2 sets of 2 at 82%. So that first set, I wasn't super pleased with my technique, but I am coming down in body weight, and I do expect my leverages to change a little bit, and I'm going to blame it on that. But I kind of figured it out a little bit better on that second set. I was really pleased with how that moved. On to day 4. We are at Romanian deadlift, so this is my secondary deadlift movement, just 3x6. Supposed to be like RPE 7. I did this first set here at 415 pounds. By the time I got to the third set, I had taken a long rest because I was chatting away and not working hard. So I added a little bit of weight for the third set, which I did not film, but it's just another set of RDLs. And I'm just really feeling this movement out. I haven't done them in like a year. But the primary movement of day 4 is actually bench. And on this day, we had a 3x2 at 86%, which, if you recall, I also had 86% on my day 2. But so 86% rounds to about 305 pounds, or at least that's what my sheet says from my coach. And so I took the liberty of rounding up on this day to 308 using kilo plates opposed to rounding down like I did on the other day. So it gives me a little something extra, a little something more fun. But they all move super well. Bench is in a very, very good spot despite coming down in body weight. I'm about 5 or 6 pounds lighter now than I was about 3 weeks ago. So, and some of that is just water weight, so it's not actual body weight, but nonetheless, it's going good. So I mentioned I was doing weighted pull-ups earlier. I've picked 4 accessories to push a little harder, kind of just add in my program. My coach says it's fine, although I kind of did it without his permission anyway before I told him about it. But for bench, I'm doing these feet up, close grip, longer pause, trying to limit the load, and doing higher reps, 2 sets, closer to failure, that I would train my typical competition movements. And I'm doing that for weighted pull-ups, hack squats, and back extensions, which actually are in my program, but I'm pushing them a little harder maybe than what he intended. But that's a wrap on this one, guys. I don't think I got anything else to say, so we'll catch you on the next one.